The lesson today is about compound events. It's called selecting colored balls, and the way it works is you have two boxes to choose from, and then after you've chosen a box, you will choose a ball from one of the boxes. So it is a situation of compound events, and these events are dependent. So let's look at the problem. It looks pretty intimidating, but in this case, making a tree diagram helps a lot as far as getting the ultimate answer. So starting our tree diagram, the first thing we've got to do is to choose a box. And so that's the first thing here. I'll write that. There are two boxes to choose from, box 1 and box 2. Once we've chosen a box, then we choose a ball from the box. Now there are two colors to choose from. There's a red and a blue. And if I choose box 2, I have the same choices as far as colors, a red and a blue. Now, looking at the probabilities, since there are two boxes, the probability of choosing box 1 is 1/2. The probability of choosing box 2 is also 1/2. When it comes to choosing a ball from the box, it says box 1 contains 2 red balls and 1 blue ball. So there are 3 balls in all, 2 red. So the probability of choosing a red ball from box 1 is 2/3. The probability of choosing a blue ball from box 1 is 1/3. Now if we choose box 2, the probability of choosing a red ball is 3 of 4. So the probability is 3/4. Check that, 1/4. Probability of choosing a red ball is 1/4. And since there are 3 blue balls, the probability of choosing a blue ball is 3/4. Now what I'm going to do is run the branches in order to get the probability. So if I run this branch, the probability of box 1 and red is 1/2 times 2/3. And that is 1/3. Running these branches, the probability of choosing box 1 and a blue ball will be 1/2 times 1/3, which is 1/6. Now these branches indicate choosing box 2 and a ball, so the probability of choosing box 2 and a red ball will be 1/2 times 1/4, which is 1/8. Finally, the probability of choosing box 2 and a blue ball will be 1/2 times 3/4, which is 3/8. Now, the end result is I'm going to choose either a red ball or a blue ball. I'm interested in the probability of selecting a red ball. So these are the two ways that I can wind up choosing a red ball. So actually, the probability of selecting a red ball in the final analysis is going to be the probability of 1 and red plus the probability of selecting 2 and red. In this case, 1/3 plus 1/8, and that is, after we get a common denominator, 11/24. Notice also, these are dependent events. This is dependent, so really when you run this branch, what you're really doing, you're finding the probability of choosing a red ball after you've chosen box 1. So this branch is really the probability of red given box 1. This is the probability of getting blue given you chose box 1. This is the probability of getting a red ball given that you chose box 2, and this is the probability that you selected a blue ball given that you selected box 2. So we've seen, in this case, how to use a tree diagram to make a complicated seeming problem a little bit easier.